Alright, we just had a really good patch come out. If you're like myself, recently after the most recent patch, the game has just not been that fun. We haven't had a patch in a while that has actually changed much of the game. A lot of the things that I wanted changed and a lot of things that the community wanted changed have actually been answered in this patch, which is a really good sign. For me, I've been kind of questioning the recent patches and what their goals were and if they were actually listening to the community as a whole. But I think that's been debunked in this patch because pretty much most of the things revolving around the urn and revolving around objectives have been answered. And that's what this patch mainly is trying to do. So I'm going to quickly go through and explain all of the changes in a way that's more simplified and easier to understand because there's a lot of text on screen. I'm going to go through what I think's the most important. So to start off, the urn has been completely reworked pretty much. The urn itself has been reverted kind of back to what it originally was, which was just the drop off, but you can shoot now. You can do pretty much everything besides use certain movement techniques to get across the map, but you can play the game while having the urn, and more importantly, it has been kind of moved as a solo objective. The game now wants you to basically do the urn by yourself, which, like I said in the last patch note video, that's what I wanted urn to be. The recent patch where the urn was changed to a King of the Hill objective has now become its own objective. It is now called the Unstable Rift, now acts like the King of the Hill objective that we are all used to now at this point. But now it finally scales with how behind the falling team is, which is really good. I said this before, I thought just making it a flat 35% resistance and all of that stuff combined, no matter what kind of behind you were, was kind of stupid. And now it scales with how behind you are, which is really nice. And now when you complete the Unstable Rift objective, it will open up and have a bunch of buffed troopers. This hopefully opens up kind of not too much of a snowballing effect because there's been too much snowballing going on, but maybe you're able to use these troopers to secure something else on the map, like their farm, because they have to deal with these buffed troopers. Maybe if you win the Rift objective pretty hard, maybe you kill quite a few opponents, you are actually able to maybe do some damage or even take out a walker off of these. You will get 12 troopers instead of 5 troopers if you are a trailing team. 12 troopers is a lot. These troopers do not drop souls when they're killed. The team who is winning pretty hard is not going to get anything off of this, really. To quickly go over the urn, you are no longer revealed on the map. You are no longer disarmed or silenced when you pick up the urn. You cannot manually drop the urn, so you can't hold it or anything like that. And as you can see, the urn bounty actually decays after 45 seconds, so holding the urn is completely just gone now. And a little funny thing, after 3 minutes from spawning, the urn will actually take itself to the deposit. Here's the new boon table, very stylized here, but either way, I'm not going to get into the entire thing. You can read it. The biggest thing you need to know is everyone's going to be getting their APs and all of their unlocks much faster, pretty much all around a wave quicker. This, of course, makes the game more fast paced. We have health per boon reduced by 5%. Health per boon, health decreases are always good in this game. I've been saying that this game has an HP problem. I don't think that's a very crazy take. And all the ultimate upgrade cooldowns have been nerfed by 15%. That's huge. And respawning got changed a little bit. So from my understanding, it's decreased before 20 minutes and increased after 20 minutes. This basically means that after 20 minutes, games should be ending quicker because you have more opportunities to play the objective when you actually win a fight. And all across the board, all the bounties when it comes to objectives, bounties with killing players, first blood bounty, all of these bounties have been decreased. So playing the objective is not going to give you as much money anymore. The only thing that has been increased here is denies. Little dash jump change here. Dash jump got a small buff. I'm assuming this is to hopefully make dash jumping actually viable. If you didn't know, once you kind of get the grasp of short hopping and all of the other movement techs, dash jumps are kind of obsolete. I do think changes like this are healthy for the game. I think short hopping is okay. However, I do think dash jumping should be rewarded for using 2 stamina. Jump pads on the double centers have been removed. More jump pad removes are always good by me. I think all of them should be removed. Being able to take the centers and then hit the jump pad is kind of silly. You can't do that anymore, so hopefully catching that rem, grabbing your centers will be a little bit easier now. Hovering an item will now show you your investment preview. That's just a good quality of life change. Little item changes here, but just to quickly go over it, Mystic Shot got nerfed, Toxic Bullets got buffed, which I disagree, but we will have to see. Scourge got completely nerfed, which yes, it did need a nerf. We were getting games where pretty much every character was running Scourge, and then Curse Relic also got nerfed. The only thing I can really think of here is hopefully Haze Curse Relic is no longer being utilized, because 14% is a pretty big nerf. We have been starting to see more focus lens haze. We got some hero changes. Abrams got a little bit of a nerf. Apollo got cooldown nerfs, but then he also received more lifesteal on his 3 and more damage on his ult. Billy got completely nerfed. Good character, was pretty much one, if not the strongest characters in the game. Drifter got some nice buffs. Grey Talon got some very good nerfs. I think Grey Talon's 2 nerfs were actually some of the most impactful in this patch, because they actually targeted the 2 things that make him so strong. Holiday got a powder keg nerf. Yes, that character was not okay whatsoever after last patch, so hopefully it is more okay now. Something that you could have missed is Ivy's healing per boon got increased, so I think she might actually be a really good healing support now. We will see. Paige got some needed buffs. Hopefully this actually makes her playable, because I think she's a pretty cool support. Paradox got some buffs. They're very niche buffs, but they still are buffs, and I don't really understand that. Character seems like in a really good spot right now. Pocket's gun got nerfed, and his CD on his cloak got buffed. Rem got pretty much nerfs all across the board. He needed those. He was the best support in the game by miles. Seven's ultimate got pretty substantial buffs here. Why? I mean, I get it, but also that character's really strong, and his ult is kind of a noob stomper, so not sure why we're doing that. Going to try to quickly go through Shiv here, except these are a lot of changes. The most notable change, at least in my opinion, is his alt fire is now slow hexable, which is awesome. We have been asking some way to deal with his movement tech, and now it has been answered. Shiv's dash now has some light melee damage in it. You're gonna start seeing a lot more dash Shiv with this new update. Recast on his ult is now part of his base ability. This Shiv change is going to have to be something that all of us are going to have to test out. The Vindicta character has been buffed, but I still don't think she's going to be playable. Viscus's splatter has been nerfed. His puddle bunch has been buffed, and his goo ball has been buffed. And then for whatever reason we buffed Viper. I feel like Viper is actually a very strong character. Warden got some spirit buff and some bullet nerf, so also trying to get that character in kind of a hybrid. So overall, I think it's going to be a pretty good patch. We of course will have to see through playing it through this week. One thing I'm going to call right now is those minions in the new objective are going to have to be nerfed. There's absolutely no way they're going to stay that strong. But yeah,